My superpower would be to make people disappear. It would be Superman. The fact that I like bringing people together. English, of course. No eating in the office. Have you fallen from the sky because you look like an angel or some shit?
Oh, that's the most cliched one.
It would actually be Salma Hayek because I think she's very, very sexy. One of the first things I'd say, there are a lot of people who say we don't need a real estate agent. Overall, when you achieve and close deals, I think that is one of the most amazing moments for any agent. My biggest fear is every time related to my kids, right? A very good-looking man. Because he'll do all the work for me. But I'd say focus on one specific area. It might take you some time to close deals and get through, but focus on that area because you will actually see the benefits and reap the benefits of focusing on one area.
Hey Swetha,
Hey Andy.
how's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
All good, all good. So as you know, this is our first episode of Main Gate Gossips. How do you feel about it?
Great. I'm looking forward to the questions.
Amazing. Let's get started with some personal questions here.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you from, Swetha?
I'm from India.
Amazing. So if you could pick 3 things to describe yourselves, what would they be?
I'm mostly full of energy. Yeah. I'm funny and I am a bit crazy.
That's amazing. Another simple one. Are you a fan of Android or Apple?
Definitely Android.
I know, right. So, do you have any pets, by the way?
Yes, I do. I have a cat.
And what breed is it?
It's a Bengal cat.
That's amazing. Which countries you have traveled recently?
I've traveled to a couple of countries in Europe, a couple of countries in the Middle East, never been to the US, and a few places around in India, but that's one country, but a lot of states. India is as good as
That
many
must have
countries.
been amazing, exactly. Tell me, what do you like most about yourself?
The fact that I like bringing people together.
That's an amazing fact about yourself. Let's move on to questions about feelings. What's your biggest fear, Swetha?
My biggest fear is every time related to my kids, right? Anything, I always want them to be safe and protected, so anything that could go wrong with them could be my biggest fear.
Of course. What's your favorite subject in school?
English, of course.
So, what's your favorite season in a year?
Season in the year? Well, I would say winter, but then I can have a moment when I have enough of that. Dubai has been pretty cold this year, so.
I know it's been an extended winter season in Dubai this year around. So, Swetha, you've been a real estate agent for a year now, and what's your experience been so far?
It's exciting. It can be stressful at times, but overall, when you achieve and close deals, I think that is one of the most amazing moments for any agent.
Okay, that's an amazing answer. So, what experiences that you've gained so far, and what are the difficult aspects that you feel a real estate agent is facing in Dubai, basically?
I'd say one of the biggest, right now the market is quite massive. There's a lot going on out there. But one of the biggest difficulties I personally as an agent have faced is when we come to the negotiation part of it. So that's been a challenge, but I think the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Exactly. Can you share some insider tips for an investor to choose, or a first-time buyer, let's say in Dubai, to choose the best property at the best real estate broker? What are some quick tips that you can give them?
One of the first things I'd say, there are a lot of people who say we don't need a real estate agent. But to be very honest, you do need one because agents are qualified to give you the right kind of information and to actually pretty much guide you through the process. The agents do most of the work, and it takes a lot of an investor's back, and workload itself. So I'd say research is number one. And if you have a good agent who is pretty well in either secondary or off plan, that person can actually guide you through the process more smoothly. So research is very important. And for a buyer, understanding exactly what you want would be one of the first priorities.
That's amazing. So Swetha, we have come to some interesting part now.
Ooh,
10 rapid fire questions of some funky questions lined up for you.
bring it on.
Okay. So if you were a superhero, what would your superpower be and why?
My superpower would be to make people disappear. I have come across some annoying buyers and sellers, so yes.
Yalla, number 2. If you could have dinner with a fictional character, who would it be and why?
It would be Superman.
Superman?
Because
Why?
Why? Because I've always liked Superman since I was a child. I've watched a lot of movies, and he's an interesting character. He's a superhero. He's a real superhero for me.
Why not, right?
Yep.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
To be honest, I am a South Indian at heart, and there is a very amazing local dish called idli sambar. I would eat that for the rest of my life.
Who doesn't like an idli sambar, Swetha? What's your favorite dad joke or a cheesy pickup line?
Oh, yeah. Well, have you fallen from the sky because you look like an angel or some shit?
Oh, that's the most cliched one. Next one. If you were stranded on a deserted island, what 3 things that you would have in your handbag or bag?
Definitely something in the form of fire. Yeah. A bottle of vodka.
Oh, yes.
And a very good-looking man. Because he'll do all the work for me.
If he can fit inside your bag, of course. If you could switch lives with any celebrity for a day, who will it be and why?
It would actually be Salma Hayek, because I think she's very, very sexy.
Oh, okay. What's the most weirdest food that you've eaten? And did you like it?
Oh, I tried these escargots, these snails. I barely tasted, I had to throw up.
Well, they're a delicacy,
Acquired taste, huh?
If you could travel back in time and witness any historical event, what would it be?
It would be when India got its independence.
That's an
because
amazing
I would
answer.
probably stop that from happening.
If you were a vegetable, which one would you be and why?
I would be a potato, because a potato is amazing. Actually, I have pretty much become a potato right now. But a potato is a wholesome meal. So, potato.
That's good. If you could add one silly rule for our employee handbook, what would it be?
One silly rule. No eating in the office.
Yeah, let's move on to some work-related questions. Of course, we've discussed before some tips that you've given in terms of new buyer or an investor buying a property in Dubai. But what instructions or tips that you would like to give for new agents who are traveling to Dubai? Dubai is a place where real estate has boomed in the past couple of years, and people from various countries are coming here to become real estate agents. What would be the ultimate tip that you would like to give them for new real estate brokers who are emerging in Dubai?
I would say, from my personal experience, one of the most important advice I'd give any agent is focus on one area. When I started, I did that mistake of you get overwhelmed, you're excited because everything that comes your way you want to handle and manage. But I'd say focus on one specific area. It might take you some time to close deals and get through, but focus on that area, because you will actually see the benefits and reap the benefits of focusing on one area. And once you tend to master that area, you could always move on to the next. But I'd say that is the one-off tip I can give people, because a lot of agents tend to start off as new agents. They get frustrated when they're dealing with 4 and 5 different zones and projects, etc. And then they sometimes tend to give up or feel they're not getting anywhere. But focusing on one specific area really does help you achieve results.
That's an amazing insight, Swetha. Thank you so much for that. Back to, again, work-related. You've been in the business for a long time. You've been in Dubai for almost more than 20 years, to be honest. And you've had a completely different background, correct? So what was your first job, and how was this transition for you? And what is something that you've taken from your previous experience to real estate?
Well, my first job in Dubai was about 24 years ago when I'd arrived. It was in HR, and HR has always been my passion. And I was for 8 years with Siemens in HR, and it was exciting. It's all about people, right? So one thing I could take forward into real estate is basically people as well, because real estate is all about people, dealing with people and understanding people and relating to people as well, and forming networks and connections. So yes, HR, I'd say, has helped me also transition to real estate in a much smoother way.
That's great. Well, that's all for today, Swetha. Thank you so much for being in our first ever Main Gate Gossip.
Thank you.
I hope you had a lot of fun.
I did, Andy.
Until next time, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye. Main Gate Gossips.